Welcome back to Dyllin with Age of Wonders 4, where we continue the journey of Breakgear and the Anointed Orcs in episode 22. We can give our target race plus 10 hit points and a retaliation attack. We could summon a tier 3 animal on the world map. We could build a totem on the wild, which spawns a random tier 1 animal at the start of each of your turns, and that lasts 5 turns. We can get Unleash the Beast to improve our cavalry unit if we really want to, but I don't really have an interest in that. I'm more interested in super growth. And Empowered Beast wouldn't be bad, but we don't have many animals. The big thing here is super growth to increase our units. Also, Tomb of Cycles would be nice. Getting more nature is just a great thing because there's so many good empire skills in the nature tree. So let's go with Tomb of Vigor and we hope to get super growth. We'll go ahead and we'll listen what they have to say today.
The unbridled power of the herd thundering over the plain. The sheer strength of the mighty bear as it closes in upon its prey. Hear the primal music that beats in the sinews and bones of beasts. Then you will be able to harness it and strengthen your pack with the force of nature itself.
Alright, let's go for super growth right away. Super growth is incompatible with spawnkin. That makes your units smaller and gives you a damage bonus, but I prefer to be less numerous but stronger in general. Well, harder to kill, basically. We're going to build a monolith and bastion. We're kind of running out of things to build, unfortunately, but that's okay. We might want to dismantle the Farmer's Guild and Bastion here pretty soon and build a Merchant's Guild instead, if we're able to. We might need to change some of our provinces into mines in order to get that ability to build the Merchant's Guild, but then we can change the mines back to whatever we want them to be. Let's get an estate hall in Mulgrave as soon as we can. Another ruler has been denounced. Who is this? Mashar has been denounced. I do not care whatsoever. So Mashar is getting attacked from the Necrons. She was getting attacked by Gloom. She's probably going to be at war with the Shadow Elves here pretty soon. Werlak. Yeah, it's not great. And then Sunrise has decided to send a war party towards us, it seems, to raid our domain. Hopefully Kinslayer will protect us, but I don't think they will because we vassalize them directly instead of taking them over like we did with Heartfang, and there's a vassal bug still. Mashara is quite happy about us. Good deal. She was denounced again, it looks like. Yep, denounced by Rakshagi, the evil people, evil cat people. We've been insulted. You think befriending Heartfang will secure your path to victory? It will be my empire that rises above all. Well, you're rank 3. You have rank 3 military. We'll see how that is pretty soon. We'll test your strength soon enough. Let's start casting Anointed People right now. It is kind of expensive and it will take us 3 turns, but I'm going to really enjoy that status resistance and the spirit resistance. We are approaching the walls of Dim Terror, and Gloom is moving some of her forces around to try to protect it. Alright, turn 50. Let's begin the siege of Dim Terror. Let's start the siege. We're going to harass the defenders to hurt them. We're going to break the battlements. And then we're going to bombard their towers. Let's bring up the western armies closer together. We're not going to risk the reinforcements that are standing at Kinslayer. They will stand there and await the army from Sunrise and crush them. Once Gloom is dealt with, we'll be able to swing south and deal with Nekron and Rakshagi. Got ourselves another Staff of Radiance from prospecting underground. And the battle for Heartfield is about to be over. Auto combat, they've only got 1 hero defending it, Turin Salvatus. Mr. Salvatus has, well, Miss Salvatus, it's actually a Duchess, I did not realize that, is in command, but we should be easily winning this fight. Took a little more damage on this Arbalist, I think, but that is acceptable in this case. Heartfield is now under our control. We'll vassalize it, it's going to take 4 turns, and we might want to take a look around these northeastern provinces, see if there's anything good to find. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take a look. The Lair of Silk. I haven't been focusing the Ancient Wonders a lot, simply because there's not many close to us. Like, we could go for the Guardian Tree now, I think, but we would have to bring back our Western Army, and at this point we're pretty much solely focused on conquering the world. Yeah, we've grown to the point that we no longer need the Farmers Guild in Orcslight, so we're going to dismantle that in not too long. Let's go ahead and let's start doing that now. We don't have much to do on this particular turn for Orcslight. Let's begin dismantling that. That's going to take us 1 turn. We might want to go ahead and turn off the Awakened tools as well. They are at Orderly. If I turn them off, nah, it's not a big deal. Even if I turn off Awakened Tools, they're not going to go up another tier, so it doesn't matter. We may want to start crushing these mountains in not too long to give more growth space for our cities. Mulgrave, we're going to expand it to this fishery right here. We will kill the Kraken eventually. Maybe, maybe not actually. It depends if we can get the forces by themselves to take care of it. Cora leveled up. Let's see what we want to give her. Let's definitely give her a Weaver so that she can reset all of her ability cooldowns and once per combat abilities, once per battle. So that she can summon another elemental. The Merchant's Guild only gives plus 10 gold income per mine, so the Merchant's Guild is not the best choice in my opinion. We may actually want to hold off on dismantling the Farmer's Guild. Yeah, let's leave the Farmer's Guild where it is in Orcslight. Pretty soon we're probably going to be able to start leveling these mountains, so that'll give us more space to expand to. Let's build some crypts to start making some mana off those heroes that we have in our bodies. Well, to start making mana off the bodies that we have in our crypt, not the heroes that we have in our bodies. Mashara wants us to declare rivalry against Rakshagi, but I think that's completely unnecessary. Chances are she'll be at war with Rakshagi soon enough and calling us to battle. Bastion finished its Farmer's Guild, so it's going to start growing much faster now. It can go ahead and annex another province, however we're not able to reach these provinces up here, and they're also guarded by defensive units. I'm going to have to really consider building a home army to clear the home territories here pretty soon. Let's go ahead and build another farm so that we can take advantage of that right there. Actually, I do need another quarry in order to build the Masonic Hall. So I need to find a spot that I can build that quarry. Let's switch this mine to a quarry. It's going to take 3 turns. We'll be able to start working on the Masonic Hall and Bastion once that's done. And then building a second fishery will allow us to build the Grand Wharf in Bastion as well. Let's begin work on the Town Hall level 3. That'll give us plus 10 gold income and expand our ability to annex provinces. Bastion can grow again, which is fantastic. So let's pick up another forester. I think I've decided to just take these lands from Astad. Astad is not going to grow very massive anytime soon. But Orcslight continues to expand. We may need to pick up some city stability buildings from Tombs soon in order to keep Orcslight happy. And let's build that teleporter that I was talking about on the forester right here. Yeah, that makes sense to me. That'll take 1 turn, and then we can build a teleporter down here near Nekron so we can send forces directly to the front if we need to. Let's save our Imperium for some more Empire skills. We've got some things that we could like, such as Right of Wealth. I'd definitely like to pick that up. None of these units in the Rally of Leeches really entice me that much, so I'm not going to pick any of them up. Marshara, well, Gloom has been denounced by Rakshagi, so the evil factions are fighting amongst themselves. Good deal. I still haven't seen that raiding party from Sunrise, interestingly enough. I'm not going to bother clearing anything that remains in the northeast provinces over here. That really just does not affect me very much. Got ourselves a ring of flanking from prospecting. I'll take that. And we finished researching Supergrowth. So we're going to start casting that here pretty soon. But first, let's cast Anointed People. So, the Anointed Orcs are finally the Anointed People. Here we go. Ah, yeah, they have white hair now. Fantastic. I'm not even sure we're going to be able to reach Angelic by the time we crush the AI. Let's start researching Supergrowth. That'll take us 2 turns. Finished a Stonemason in Ostad. What else would we like to build? I meant to... That's right, I was going to hurry production to boost a Stonemason, but that's not a big deal. It would only save us a very small amount of gold. So let's start work on a market for the next thing that we're going to do, because we're going to get another farm here pretty soon. Let me do that. Now, I'll let that grow normally. We'll spend the Imperium on Empire skills. Orcslight is literally running out of things to build, but that's not a terrible thing. We can convert 25% of our production to gold by just producing merchandise. And that's exactly what I'm going to do for now. For at least 1 turn, we're going to produce some merchandise. We might build a Town Hall level 4 here pretty soon. That'll give us plus 2 city stability income per population. Wow. Let's grab the... We don't even need Justified Wars really at the moment, do we? Because we're already at war with Gloom and Nekron, so we'll be fighting them. Rakshagi's probably going to go to war for us pretty soon, and then we're going to sail across the seas and break Werlak. Let's grab the Right of Wealth for that 2,000 gold. Fantastic. Oh, call to war. Just what I was talking about. Against Werlak. Hey, hey, hey. Accepted. Everybody's at war for everybody. Great. Other rulers started a war, so Warlock is attacking Mashara. We need to defend her as best we can. It's going to take some time to get down there, so hopefully she can hold out. Another ruler was denounced. Gloom was denounced by Warlock. The evil people continue to fight amongst themselves. And then Gloom is hoping that we will end the war and negotiate with a truce. No, absolutely not. Hey, we can build some more stuff in Orcslight now that we have some gold from the Right of Wealth. So let's build the industry complex. The industry compound, I mean. Let's also produce a chaplain in Orcslight. We do need one more chaplain for the Western Army. We could also use one more chaplain for the Eastern Army, but I'll go ahead and queue that up actually. Let's do that. I have enough gold that it doesn't matter. Bastion, let's go ahead and hurry their Town Hall 3. Why not? That'll give us a little more gold per turn. And then we can start working on... Let's go ahead and build an Arcane Institute. We could boost that by building one Forester, but we're not going to be building a Forester anytime soon. Let's just get that now. Mulgrave, I'd like you to hurry that estate hall so you can grow even faster. And now that you're pretty happy, let's get a convent built here. Actually, no. Grand Wharf. Let's get that Grand Wharf going. We could boost our Foresters, but we only have one Forester, and we're not going to be getting any more Foresters at the moment. So let's begin work on the Grand Wharf. If you're wondering, I did remove that produce merchandise. I did notice that, so now we're actually building the Town Hall level 4. And we're pretty much down to just building defensive structures in Orcslight at this point. This coming turn, we should be able to wage war against Gloom in Dimter. Oh yeah, here we go. So let's begin the fight with Breakgear in the center. Begin. I will auto combat, but chances are we might lose a unit or two, so I'll fight it myself if necessary. Absolutely not, we murdered them. And I believe we took Gloom out again, didn't we? Fantastic. We've celebrated the defeat of Gloom. So we've crumbled the last defenses of Gloom, Hooknail, and cast her into the Astral Void. So whatever schemes she had, none of them will come to fruition. Her necrotic goblins are crushed. So what do? So we could lose gold to gain Imperium. That's not a bad decision whatsoever. We could guide Gloom to Mage Haven, gain some more alignment, but at this point I don't see the point in doing that. Let's spend some gold, let's hold a parade, let's get some Imperium. Pretty soon we're going to get the Rite of the Dreadnought, which will give all currently active units permanently +1 defense and +1 resistance. So whenever you fire this, you want to be at your peak, so that you can make your peak even more of a peak, in terms of your army strength at least. We might need Justified Wars, but we won't pick that up immediately. You know what, I think that it's about time that we integrate Stone Root, so let's pick up the City Cap, and then we're going to integrate Stone Root here in a couple turns. Let's see how expensive that's going to be. It's going to cost us 260 Imperium. We should have that within about 5 turns. Gloom's been defeated. Fantastic. That means that her northern cities have been spun off into vassals. Well, not vassals, but free cities. Or one free city of Lothek. We might want to move a Whispering Stone from Orcslight into Lothek. So the Whispering Stone is currently giving +20 stability. We would drop down to 28 stability. So we would drop from orderly down to stable, which would lose 5% production draft and food, but I do not care about that much. Let's withdraw the Whispering Stone. Let's jump over to Lothek. Let's give them the Whispering Stone. Let's come back to Orcslight. And then if I turn off Awakened Tools, that's going to return some of their city stability, but they'll go from 28 to 38, so they'll still be within stable. We're also about to build the Town Hall 4, so that might keep them in orderly no matter what. Let's send this chaplain to the Eastern Army first. Let's go ahead and let's clear the Lair of Silk using Ilian. Let's get that done now. Let's explore it. So the Lair of Silk. The cave is dark and eerily silent as Ilian Ironheart approaches. A thin layer of silky webbing covers the entrance. Ilian and his party venture further through the maze-like cave system, passing cocoons filled with all types of creatures, whilst searching for the secrets hidden under the cobwebs. Before long, the weapon gets so thick that it is noticeably harder to move. Then, Ilian hears something in the darkness. While he struggles to move through the sticky web, Ilian hears the excited chitter of the cave's many-legged inhabitants. They can sense more prey. So we could straight up attack. In the upcoming battle, sprawling spider webs will be active. Several slowing spider web obstacles are present. We could set fire to them. That will create rampant fire. Many parts of the cave will be on fire. Alternatively, we could do a Materium affinity check. So we have a 90% chance of collapsing the cave onto the spiders, damaging them, or we can damage our own people around Ilion. We have a 10% chance of failure. Let's take the odds. Watch it fail. Hey, we succeeded. So let's see what this fight's gonna be like. Oh, this fight is super easy. We can auto-resolve this without any losses, I'm pretty sure. Cleared. Fantastic. Lair of Silk. Aftermath. So after the spiders are dealt with, Ilion can search the cave with ease. He finds several cocoons, most of them empty or with their contents decayed. Then, one of his companions calls him over. This one's still breathing. Ilion quickly frees the living victim, and after a moment of respite, he is able to speak. Thank the Godir for your arrival. My name is Pandor Holder of Den Valten. It's a frog-free city in the southwest. We traveled here to investigate this so-called safe haven, and then, well, he gestures towards the cocoons. He owes us his life. If he need his help in the future, we need only ask. Who are you exactly? You're a hero. You're level 7. You know, we could make use of you. Alternatively, we could imprison him. But that's evil. Let's send him home. He'll be added to our recruitment pool as well. We're getting a little bit of good. Still no raiding party from Sunrise yet. It's not a problem. Let's vassalize this conquered city. Let's take a look. Let's vassalize Dimtir. We're going to hang around it for just a few turns and then wait. For our next research, we're just going to pick something here to move on with the research, I believe. Let's go for Rune of Industry so that we can cast that on our non-industrious units so they can get bolstering. We got that instantaneously. Fantastic. Let's go with summoning a greater animal so we can summon a tier 3 animal into a target world hex. Super growth will be done next turn. Ostad can annex another province. Fantastic. Let's build that farm that I was talking about. So that should boost market, right? Yep, that'll boost market. We got some gold back. Lowered the production time of it. Runa got a level up. For Runa, let's give her distant evocation so that she can throw spells further. Our alignment has changed to very good. Very good. So we get Kindred Spirits. An ambassador of the Anointed Orcs Council approaches us. She has a sheepish smile. My Earthshaper, we of the Anointed Orcs Council discover that you are interested in strengthening the diplomatic bonds with Lothek. The Anointed Orcs have a long shared history with the necrotic goblins of Lothek, and we would rejoice if you were to look favorably on them. So they want us to vassalize Lothek. Absolutely, we have every intent to vassalize Lothek. Doing that will give us city stability in all of our Anointed Orcs cities, and it'll give us relations bonus with all Met-free cities. Sounds fantastic. We did indeed intend for Lothek to become our vassal anyway. Dimtir should be fine to leave behind, so we're going to move the Western Army back towards Kinslayer. We're going to crush Sunrise, flow into Nekron after that. The Eastern Army is assembling in the ocean and shores of Heartfield to sail across the sea. We're going to reorganize the army and then push south. This chaplain, we're going to have him wait until a teleporter gets built down here. That shouldn't take too long, otherwise it would take us like 6 turns to reach the front. So you sir, you can wait. Let's build a Wizard Tower channeling chamber to give us plus 10 world map casting points and plus 10 combat casting points in Orc's Light. Bastion's gonna get that Masonic Hall that I wanted. What the hell? Mulgrave's under siege. Oh shit. I mean, it's not that bad. How fast can the Eastern Army come help? So it looks like Warlock had already intended to attack us. It would take us about 4 turns to reach Mulgrave. In consideration of that, I can't even build any defensive structures, unfortunately. They've got a pretty good stack right here. Mulgrave might actually fall for a couple turns. This is not the strongest stack of forces. It's got a bunch of tier 1s and tier 2s, mostly melee units. If I can raise a strong enough force in a short period of time, I might be able to defend it. I bet with summons I could do it. Summons and chaplains. Summons, chaplains, and Zephyr Archers. Let's get those Zephyr Archers running. Let's recruit that Zephyr Archer instantaneously. Start working the next Zephyr Archer. We should be able to hopefully run that Zephyr Archer close enough down to the front that we should be able to reach Mulgrave. Alright, so there's one. We can also send this chaplain there as well. We're going to cast Super Growth onto our brace. So they're going to get gigantic. Here we go. Oh yeah, some big orcs right there. Fantastic. I'm really glad that you enjoyed the video so much that you reached the end. Since you made it here, why not leave a like, since that helps the video and the channel reach a wider audience that enjoy this kind of content. And I'd like to hear any opinions you have about the video or my moves in the comments below. If you'd like to see more, you can always subscribe, and Breaker and I will see you in episode 23.